everyone. Today we are going to discuss a very short topic that is called levels of management. As it is a part of the management in which we have discussed the various levels of management at there where the management works at different levels. Okay, so the very first question we have that what is management? As the management is an art of getting things done through others. And one more thing, in simple words, we can say that management is a process of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So, in this topic, we have covered the various levels of management. As majorly, if we can say that there is a major three levels of management, that is top level management, middle level management, and lower level management. If the organization is big, then these three levels of management can be further subdivided into more levels. Okay, so very first we have the meaning of levels of management. The term levels of management refers to a line of demarcation between various managerial positions in an organization. It is a difference between different levels of the management and their managerial position in an organization, how they have to work, what are their work. Okay, so the term levels of management refers to a line of demarcation, means a line of difference between various managerial positions which exist in an organization. Second is the number of levels in management increases when the size of business and workforce increases and vice versa. Same as it is, as we have just discussed, that if the management size is going to be increasing, then the level of management is also going to be increases. In the small size of organization, the level of management is also less. The three major levels of management, but if the size is increased, then the levels of management is also increased. The three major levels of management are further subdivided into further levels. Okay, third one is the level of management determines a chain of command, the amount of authority and status enjoyed by any managerial position. Now the question that what is the work and roles responsibility of an employee in the organization? It is decided by what is the level of that person, what is their position in the level of management. If it is exist in the top level management, which means that CEO, board of directors who have the authority to make policies, plans, etc. If in the middle level, then they have the managerial position, and if in the lower level, they then have the responsibilities of working conditions and how they have to done the work, implementing the plan. So these are the various levels of management which we can discuss further. Okay, so here the classification of level of management. The levels of management can be classified in three broad categories. As we have discussed, there are three main levels of management or broad categories of management, that is top level management, which is also called administrative level. Second one is middle level management, and third one is low level, which is also called supervisory management. As the diagram shows that top level management includes executive coaching, change management, leadership, delegation and empowerment in the organization, etc. Middle level management includes problem solving, team building, talent development, performance management, etc. Middle level management have to check the performance, how the employees perform, so they have to perform the performance management also, etc. And the low level management includes emotional intelligence and coaching for performance, etc. The workers who actually done that work are included in the low level management. Okay, next we have discuss these three levels of management one by one in brief. Very first we have the top level of management. So top level of management consists of board of directors, chief executive or managing director. As the main role of the top level management is to make plans, policies for the organization, so they consist the top level authorities of the organization like board of directors, CEOs, managing directors, etc. The top management is the ultimate source of authority and it manages goals and policies for an enterprise. As we have discussed, the main role of the top level management is to make plans, policies for the organization, how to manage the goals, what are the policies for the enterprises. So they have to decide this. It devotes more time on planning and coordinating functions. Most of their time is devoted in making plans for the organization, how to coordinate the different functions of the organization. So they have made policies which are implemented by the next level of the management. So what is the role of top management? Let's see. The first one is top management lays down the objectives and broad policies of the enterprise. As we have just discussed, top management focuses on the objectives and what are the policies for the enterprise. Okay, they have work on it. Second is it issues necessary instructions for preparation of department budgets, procedures, schedules, etc. Most of their time is devoting in making plans, policies, budgets, etc. Mostly on deciding what to do, decision making, etc. All are done by the top management. Okay, so it issues necessary instructions. Top management issues necessary instructions for preparation of department budget, how to make budgets, what type of budget they have to make, what are the procedure and what are the schedules for that department. They are also decided or give instructions by the top management. Third one is it prepares strategic plans and policies for the enterprise. What are the strategic plans? Means to say that the strategies, how to work that. Okay, what are the procedure of that work? So the strategic planning are also done by the top management. Next is it appoints the executive for middle level, that is departmental level managers. In the middle level, as we have discussed, it includes the departmental managers who manage the departments or who have the managerial position in the organization. So its appointment is done by the top level management. Next one is it controls and coordinates the activities of all the departments. As we have previously discussed that the main function of the top level management is to coordinate the functions of different departments, because coordination is also an important part of the organization. Next one is it is also responsible for maintaining a contact with the outside world. It is also important that businesses exist in an environment, so they have some internal factors as well as external factors also, and they have also some outside world relationships. So how to deal with outside world, this is the responsibility of the top management, because they have making plans, decision making, etc. Okay, next one is it provides guidance and direction, how to work, what work has to be done, like plans, policies. So these are also the guidance and directions for the another level of managements. Next is the top management is also responsible towards the shareholders for the performance of the enterprise. Yes, it is also important that top management has the responsibility towards shareholders, because shareholder is the real owners of the business. Okay, so that's why this is the responsibility of the top management, because they have make plans, policies, budgets, etc. So they are responsible towards the shareholders. Okay, now move to the next, that is our middle level of management. So here the branch managers and departmental managers constitute middle level. Who consists middle level of management? Branch managers, and as we have discussed previous, that departmental managers who have some managerial position in the organization, they constitute middle level management. They are responsible to the top management for the functioning of the department, like the plans, policies, budgets, all are the responsibility of preparing by the management. Top level management has the responsibility to prepare that plans, policies, budgets. Now the middle level of management has the responsibility to implementing that policies, how to implement that policy in the organization. Okay, so they are the responsible to the top management for the functioning of the department, how the department has working. Okay, so they are responsible to the top management. They devote more time to organizational and directional functions. As we have discussed, top management have devoted their most time to the planning, making policies, strategies, plans, etc. Now the middle level management has devote their more time to organizational and directional functions, how to give directions to the workers, etc. In small organization, there is only one layer of middle level of management, but in big enterprises, there may be senior and junior middle level management. As in the starting of the video, we have discussed that there is a three major level of management, that is top, middle and lower level of management. In the small organizations, there exist less number of levels of management, but as the size of the organization is going to be increases, then automatically the level of management is also increasing. Okay, so here like mention that there, if in small organization there is only one layer of middle level of management, but in big enterprises there may be senior and junior middle level of management also exist. Okay, so here is the role of middle level of management. What are the roles and responsibility of the middle level of management? Very first one is they execute the plans of the organization in accordance with the policies and directives of the top management. As we have just discussed that top level management has the responsibility to make that plans, policies, budgets, strategies, etc. Now the middle level management have the responsibility to execute that plans in the organization, okay, and according with the policies and directions of the top management. Next is they make plans for the sub units of the organization. There is also some sub units exist in the organization, so middle level management has making the plans for that sub units. Okay, next is they participate in employment and training of lower level of management. Lower level of management consists of workers who actually work for the organization. Okay, so how they have to be trained, how to give them employment, these all are responsibility of the middle level of management. Next is they interpret and explain policies from top level to lower level of management. It acts as an intermediate between the top level management and lower level management. It creates a link between both of them. Okay, so as the top level management makes planned policies, so they have communicate that policies to the lower level of management. Okay, so here explains that they interpret and explain policies. They have to explain that policies to the lower level of management, means to the actual workers of the organization. Next is they are responsible for coordinating the activities within the division or departments. As we know that there is a different departments in the organization. For example, marketing department, finance department, okay, HR department, etc. So they are responsible for making a coordination between these departments. Okay, as we have discussed, it is very important that they have some coordination between them so that they work smoothly. Okay, so they are responsible for coordinating the activities within the division or department of the organizations. Next is it also sends some important reports and other important data to top level management. As we know that if the middle level management supplies some information from top level to lower level management, then at the same time they have also send some data from lower level management to top level management. Okay, as we have discussed, it creates a link between both of them, or working as an intermediate between both of them. Next is they evaluate performance of junior managers, how the junior managers work, what is their performance. So the responsibility of middle level management is to evaluate their performance. Okay, next is they are also responsible for inspiring lower level managers towards better performance. They have to give them motivation and to lead them and to inspire them that they have to work better and towards better performance. Okay, so this is our middle level of management. Now the next one is lower level of management. Last but not the least, students, lower level is also known as supervisory and operative level of management. As we have discussed that lower level of management consists of the actual workers, like it consists of supervisors, foremen, section officers, superintendent, etc., who are actually working for the organization. So that's why it is also known as supervisory and operative level of management. According to R.C. Davis, supervisory management refers to those executives whose work has to be largely with the personal oversight and direction of operative employees. Okay, in other words, they are concerned with direction and controlling function of the management. They are more concerned about the what is the direction and how to control the functions of the management. So this is our lower level of management. Now see what are the role of lower level of management. Very first one is assigning of jobs and tasks to various workers. What the workers have to be done, what are their work, so how to assigning the jobs and what are their tasks they have assigned by the lower level of management. Next is they guide and instruct workers for day-to-day activities. What are their day-to-day activities? So about these instructions are given by the lower level of management, and they have to guide the workers day by day what are their day-to-day activities. Next is they are responsible for the quality as well as quantity of production. It is also important that what are our production, in what quantity, and what are the quality of our production. So these are all the responsibility of the lower level of management, because they have guided the workers, and workers are actually engaged in the production process of the organization. Next is they are also entrusted with the responsibility of maintaining good relation in the organization. As we know that this is the responsibility of every level of department, every level of management, that they have to balance a coordination between all the levels of management and in all the departments of the organization. At every level the coordination is important in the organization. So it is also the responsibility of the lower level of management to maintain a good relation in the organization. Next is they communicate workers' problems, suggestions and recommendatory appeals etc. to the higher level, and the higher level goals and objectives to the workers. So it is also the responsibility of lower level management that they have to listen the workers' problems, what are the difficulties they have faced, and the suggestion and recommendations to the higher authorities in the organization. Next is they help to solve the grievances of the workers. As we know that the workers are human beings, not the machines, so they have also some grievances in the organization regarding their work. So it is the responsibility of the lower level management to solve that grievances of the workers. Next is they supervise and guide the subordinates in the organization. How to guide, how to supervise that subordinates, this is the also responsibility of the lower level of management. Next one is they are responsible for providing training to the workers, that how workers work there in the organization, how they have to work on the machines etc. So it is also the responsibility of the lower level management to provide some trainings and to give motivation to the workers about their work. Next one is they arrange the necessary materials, machines, tools etc. for getting the things done. Okay, as in the starting we have discussed the meaning of the management. Management means it is management is the art of getting things done through others. So it is the responsibility of the lower level management that they arrange some necessary materials, machines, tools, means all the maintenance material they have to arrange properly. Okay, so that every work is getting properly or smoothly in the organization without any interruptions. Okay, next is they prepare periodical reports about the performance of the workers. Now the lower level management is the only management who is closely related to the workers of the organization. So how the workers have done their work, what is the performance of the workers, these are also seen by the lower level of management. So it is also responsibility of lower level management to prepare periodical reports about the performance of the workers. Next is they ensure discipline in the enterprise. As we have discussed that maintaining a coordination, maintaining our disciplines, it is responsibility of the every employee in the organization. So here is the responsibility of the lower level management to ensure that there is a proper discipline and following proper rules and regulations by the workers in the organization. Next is they motivate workers. As we have just discussed that the lower level management is the only management who is closely related to workers. So this is also responsibility of the lower level management to motivate the workers, to inspire them to work, okay, and to lead them. Last but not the least, they are the image builders of the enterprise, because they are in direct contact with the workers, same as same as it is we have discussed that they are directly contact with the workers, so they have create an image builders of the enterprise. Okay, so this is the reason that why they have image builders, because they are direct contact with the workers. So students, this is our topic, that is different levels of management. It is a very short topic in the management subject, okay, which we have discussed today. So thank you. If you have any problem, then you can ask, please. Thank you.